welcome to today's pick a card reading for the next 24 hours from when you watch this video. So pile 1, we have the Sodalite. Pile 2, we have I think that's the Opalite. Pile 3, Aventurine. Pile 4, Citrine. Okay, we're going to go with pile 1. Let's get on with your reading. So pile 1, let's have a look, see what's going on here. Okay, let's start with this one. So, well, with this crystal here, this is to do with the throat chakra, and obviously that's to do with communication. This blue, you can see the strong colours there. And it says here, there's been a lot of, well, I'm seeing this person, well, this fairy here, is thinking quite a lot. So what I'm picking up is, I'm feeling that you're waiting for some sort of communication and you're overthinking quite a lot. And it's stopping you from doing the things that you want to do. And it's, as you can see here, there's a star in the background. And what I'm picking up for you is that you feel like your hope is going, but it shouldn't be, because like I said, there are still stars in the background. So, you know, you can't see that these stars are there on the floor, that there is still hope there. So that's what I'm being drawn to for this. I'm also getting a reflective energy as well, so you may also be thinking about something that happened in the past, maybe a celebration that previously happened and you feel like it's long gone and it's never going to happen again, but it will happen again. I'm also being drawn to the number 44, so that may be of significance to you. So this one here, abundance. Prepare yourself for income in abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. So again, this ties in quite nicely actually with this one here. So when you start pushing forward from this energy, you will allow yourself to be free to move into this abundance. Let's see what else is coming in here quickly. Okay, so this one is, well, you have the number 30 here. This is part of the Lenormand deck. Now, like I said, I tend to tune into the energy of the card rather than the actual message, but I'm being drawn to read the message from the book, so I'll do that shortly. But here, as you can see, the number 30, so that may resonate with you. That also cuts down to number 30, to number 3, and also here you got 34. You've got 44 on the other one, so I'm just thinking that actually these two, I feel these might be ages, so I don't know if you're around that age or you know someone around that age, and then maybe someone else who's like a friend or someone you have a strong soul connection with, and then maybe a 4-year age difference or something along those lines. That's what I'm picking up. Okay, so here I feel that there's overthinking about not just necessarily, it could be potentially a relationship, but it could also be other things such as a friendship that I'm picking up. And also new ideas. I'm picking up that there may have been something you wanted to start, something creative, but you've just let it go and it was starting to blossom and then you kind of pulled back. And this is telling me that you had the go ahead to allow yourself to blossom again, and it will grow a lot quicker. I'm also, with this card here, I'm being drawn to the greys, so I feel there's a lot of moon energy, and I know we have a new moon next week whilst we record this video here. So please do take this as it resonates, because this is timeless. I also feel there's a lot of cloudiness that's happening, and again linking with the thinking, it's clearing. This stagnation is clearing, and things are gonna be a bit more positive. I'm just gonna read the message from the actual book for this, because I feel I need to, that you may resonate with that. Just give me a second. So they're talking about peace and serenity more so, and obviously I picked up the idea of growing and abundance as well here. But they're actually talking about, it says here, calm, peace and serenity is what I preach. Your parents' elders show up under my symbol. I bring wisdom and experience. I signify a long-term relationship or ancestry. Contentment and satisfaction is my angle. So here you may be overthinking, or I hate to use the word stress, but there's a lot of anxiety or some sort of not so nice emotion here which is linked with this, and I feel it is to do with the loss. But like I said, I can see you pushing through this and growing. So yes, that's what I'm picking up here for you, pile number 1. I have a charm box here as well, so I'm feeling quite sad actually. I feel like I want to give you a hug, so I'm sending lots of love, light and hugs to you, pile number 1. So like I said, this is my charm box. I'm just going to pick a charm for you, so apologies for the noise. Let's see what's coming out for you. Just pile number 1 need to know. Oh, okay. So we have another blue gem. So this is to do, well, the colour blue, like I was saying earlier, is to do with the communication. I also feel like, again, linked with the overthinking, I feel like you're looking at things in too much detail. Sometimes the image I'm getting is actually of a magnifying glass, and you're scrutinizing absolutely everything, thinking, I could have done this better, I could have done that better, was this my fault, could I have done this, could I have done that? And you need to distance yourself away from that, because you did all you could in that situation. So I'm not sure what this situation is pertaining to, but what I'm picking up is you did what you could, you did the best you could in that moment with the information you had, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm picking up from this gem. What else? Oh, okay, the stars come up for you. So seems to be a theme here. So you can see stars here. It's what I'm picking up is you need to focus on the hope that you have, because something new is coming. It sounds such a cliche, you get all these tarot readers saying things like this, but this is exactly what I'm picking up. I'm picking up that there is hope, and although you feel like your light has dimmed, it's going to get brighter. It's just a matter of time. Let's see what else is here on your gems. Ah, okay, didn't see that. Let's have a look. So these are keys here. So on this, there's some writing which is in French actually. So this key, I bought this charm actually from Morocco. So you may have some ties with Morocco or France or a French speaking country. Just trying to get that into focus for you. It's not working. Apologies. And also you have these 2 ribbons here, one which is a red, although it looks reddy orange, and another one which is green. Now the red represents the root chakra, and the green represents the heart chakra. So this could be to do with gaining your stability again and expanding your heart chakra. So there may have been something that, like I was saying before, occurred which affected your emotions and it weighed heavy on your heart, and you need to cleanse and clear yourself. So this is part of a Tibetan piece of incense which I got from Nepal, actually, from a monastery there. So that tells me that you need to cleanse and clear your energy field, or you might actually already be doing that, but I feel that you're going to be working on that more so in the up and coming few days, and it may trigger a journey that's going forward. So also, like I was saying here, you may have links to Morocco or France or French speaking country or something along those lines, but I'm also being drawn to this key here, and I feel that the key is to work on these areas first to help you overcome what has been affecting you recently. Right, let's see if there's anything else that's coming through for you. Okay, I'm being drawn to give you another time frame, actually, because this is meant to be a 24 to 70, a 24-hour pick a card reading, but I'm being drawn to give you something from this little pouch which gives you additional information in terms of time frames. So I'm just going to pick something out for you. Anything else pile number 1 needs? Okay, so 24 hours has come up. The number 27 has come up, so I don't know if that's a date. We've got April there, so I don't know if something occurred in April just gone, towards the latter part which occurred, but that's the information that I'm getting for you, pile number 1. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'm sending you lots of hugs. Thank you. Pile number 2. Thank you for choosing the Opalite. Okay, let's have a look at your cards. Okay, so I feel like you're trying to build something. So I don't know if you're trying to build a business or you're trying to establish something. It could be something creative that you're working on. Maybe you're working on an art piece, or you're writing an article or something along those lines. But whatever it is, you're trying to build it up bit by bit, but you're feeling overwhelmed because there's so much. You need to look at the bigger picture, but you also need to kind of zoom out as well and remember that it's step by step. The last thing you want to do is overwhelm yourself. So it's always good to kind of zoom out and see the bigger picture, but then also zoom in and just focus on it bit by bit. I'm also being drawn here to this rainbow, and it says here hope. Hope is always there. even if we can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. So what I'm feeling is, whatever this situation is that you're trying to build, because of how much it's caused a negative kind of, maybe it's drained your energy a bit or something along those lines. If you look to the future and remember that you need to focus on it bit by bit, it will build. If you just want to meditate on this and have a look at these cards, I'm trying to zoom in on them properly so you can see it and see what else you can pick out. Perhaps you may want to focus on the colours. I've also noticed that they're looking in that direction as well, so they're looking towards the future. So you may have overcome, or you're starting to overcome this, and you know that there is something positive on the horizon that's occurring. Now, although I have put the intention that this is for a 24-hour reading, of course it's still timeless and it may take slightly longer, but your focus may start to gear in that direction. But they are both focusing to the future, which is a good thing. And you can see that bird over there, so that tells me there is something more abundant that's coming in your direction, and your hard work is going to pay off. I'm also being drawn to the number 28, which condenses down obviously to 10 and then to 1. So that could be seen as a cycle where you've started and you're going to see the results. Things are going to come into fruition. Let's look at the other cards as well. So base chakra is to do with stability, and again foundation and strength and building, so that kind of ties in with the building blocks. So that tells me that actually looking at that square kind of reminds me of a foundation in terms of a structure. So it's again reminding me of building blocks actually. So if you just want to focus on that mandala, you can meditate on that. If you wanted to freeze, if you want to pause the video and absorb that energy. Also the number 41 may be relevant to you as well. But the base chakra itself, it, like I said, is to do with your stability, but it's also to do with just general security. For you, I do feel it's more financially based. Let's see what else is coming up here as well. Ah, yes, okay. So that is from the Lenormand deck. But like I said, I'm going to be reading all the cards intuitively. So number 24 goes down to 6. So that might be of some relevance as well. Obviously it's to do with the heart here. So it might be to do with a connection, a loving connection. And obviously I'm being drawn to the red. But it's not always to do with a loving connection in terms of relationships. This could also be the idea of you giving yourself that love to build what it is that you want to build, if that makes sense. You could also be building yourself up as well. You may have dealt with some difficult times recently and you're choosing to look inward, and you're looking, it's like you're looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, okay, what can I change in my life? What can I do to improve myself going forward, if that makes sense? Right, I have a charm box and I'm just going to pick out a couple of charms for you. Let's see what comes out for you. Apologies for the noise, it gets quite noisy. Okay, interesting. So you may have been drawn to pile 1 actually, because these ribbons came out. And also the star, but stars in a different way, so. And also, there's quite a bit here actually. Interesting. So this is actually from a root chakra necklace, that's crystal there, if you can see that. That's red jasper, and that helps with your root chakra. So that tells me that you might actually be doing some clearing on that area. So please do, if you can, focus on cleansing yourself there with your energy field. You may have felt like your foundation had been imbalanced. So yeah, the best way to cleanse a root chakra would be to try and do some physical exercise. Eat red coloured foods, red apples, tomatoes, that type of thing. Wear the colour red as well, that always helps. In terms of the first pile, this ribbon came up, and so did this, and so did these little gems here. So for me, what I'm picking up here, let's see what colour that is actually, and there's a ring here as well. Okay, interesting, as well as the stars. So let's just focus on these two first. So you can see that's a red ribbon, and that's a green ribbon, and like I was saying, the red ribbon is to do with the root chakra, and the green is to do with the heart chakra. So again, you might be dealing with some emotional cleansing. You're trying to figure a way to build yourself up again after a bit of a hit there. Now, the fact that I'm seeing 2 stars there and 2 glass pebbles there as well. Now with the first part, I know I was talking about, I was picking it up as a magnifying glass, where there's scrutiny there. But with this, I'm actually looking at these as stepping stones, which again reminds me of this building blocks. But because there are 2 there, I feel you need to be working with someone to build this together. So this might be a business partnership that's going on, or it might be a relationship. Only it pertains to your situation, only you will know what that means. And the fact that there's 2 stars there as well, different stars to what I saw in the first pile. So again, that tells me this is something to do with stepping stones to get to where you need to. But I feel that there are 2 individuals involved. Also, this is a prefect badge, so that tells me that although it says prefect, and I feel when you think of a prefect, you think of those monitors. They're very organized, they can be quite dominant, but they're trying to keep order, if that makes sense, trying to keep the best order as possible, make sure that things aren't chaotic and that things work very well. But also, if you look at this, where it says prefect, if you move the E and the R around, obviously it spells perfect. So the message I'm getting here is not everyone is perfect, and sometimes we make mistakes, and it's okay to make mistakes. And I'm also being drawn to this ring. So a ring is to do with obviously commitment. So I don't know if there's been a test of commitment recently of some sort, or you're looking to have that commitment going forward. But remember, whatever this is to do with, whether it is a relationship or more business, because it could be either, or something else which it pertains to, remember it does take 2 to make the partnership work. But it can also be a commitment to yourself to ensure that no one or nothing gets in the way of where you need to be, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's for you, pile number 2. Wow, there's a lot of information there. Let's have a look, see what else is coming through for pile number 3. Welcome, pile number 3. You chose this lovely Aventurine. Let's see what's coming up for you in this timeless reading. Okay, interesting. So This card here says wish wisely. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dreams come true. Right, there's a lot of purple in this, so I feel there may have been some manifestation work around money. The number 34 or 7 might be significant, but I am being drawn to money and abundance, more physical manifestation of finances. This card here says self-focus, and again you've got 23, so that might be significant to you, or the number 5. 5 signifies change. So you may have been trying to focus on your abundance. You've been doing, like I'm saying, manifestation work through your brow chakra with this purple, white as well. White is the crown chakra. You can see that. I'm using her hand. She's putting it out there to the universe. That's what I'm getting. But I do feel the focus is on the physical manifestation, so there may have been some financial, I don't like to use the word difficulties, but it could be better. And in order for you to get there, you need to be focused on the self. That's what I'm getting there. Okay, so if you just want to focus on that, see the pink. Pink, a lot of people resonate with that when it comes to the heart. You can see the green colour there as well. This is actually a good card to meditate on when you're trying to focus and create inner balance. And if you zoom in there, you can actually see there are arrows. So it's like you're trying to look outside the box, as it were, and figure out how you can expand upon this. It will happen, but when you do this, it's very important that when you're wishing or manifesting, you have a positive mindset. And I know that's a cliche and it can be really annoying when people say that, but it is actually true. And it can be to do with your, sometimes when we stress about finances, we can, without realizing, spend a bit too much and exhaust our options here and there. So it may be that you need to take a look at your situation and see where you can cut down here and there and look at alternative ways to bring in this abundance, and then you'll start to realize things will move forward. See what else is coming through here for you. Okay, and this one here, got 48, which goes down to 12, which then can go down to 3, so that might be significant for you. So you can see this person is poised, and to me that reminds me of the self-focus, because it's like she's focused on making sure she's got that position ready. I feel like this person wants to reach for the stars. So you could be building a business. You might have been drawn to number 2 with the building blocks. I think all these piles seem to tell a story if you watch all the videos. But anyway, yep. So I feel that this person here, yourself or someone around you, is trying to reach for the stars. You might actually know someone who's famous, or you might be trying to gain some sort of notoriety. You might even be working in the creative industry. By creative, that could be from being an artist. You're trying to get your pieces into a gallery. Could be an actor or a singer or a dancer, even, because of her positioning there, and that's why you're trying to manifest your finances as well. Keep going is what I'm getting. And also I'm being drawn to this in terms of celebration. So there may be an event that's coming up, some sort of celebration, which you might want to be, I feel like you're focusing on, but it's not for a while yet. I'm getting the number 3, so I don't know if it's 3 weeks or 3 months, something you want to plan for, something that's coming ahead that you might want to plan for. Right, I've got a charm box. I'm going to see what else is coming through. the charm box. Apologies for the noise, it gets quite loud. Right, what does pile number 3 need to know? Anything else? Okay, right, let's have a look. Interesting. Pile number 2, I think it was, actually got the ring coming through. So I know the second pile, I felt that could have been to do with a commitment in terms of relationship as well as business, but for you I think it's to do with business more so. Commitment to yourself, actually. Commitment to yourself here. So this is a keyring, but it's could actually be to relationships as well. Now this is a keyring here, and as you can see that's a butterfly, and that's to do with transformation. So the self-focus that you're having there is because you're transforming, you're changing, you're changing yourself as a person, you're changing your direction. You may have come across a few things recently which has made you think in a different light, is what I'm getting. And also this card here, poised, from a distance it actually kind of emulates the shape of a butterfly. At least that's what I'm picking up anyway. And then obviously she's got the wings there. But I'm also looking at these 2 hearts. So this could be you working with someone to help make your dreams come true. So you might be looking at, it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. You might be looking at entities such as organizations that might be able to help you to get to where you need to go. That's what I'm picking up. There is some perseverance there, but it will pay off. This is this is obviously to do with, this is money, as you can see there, that's like a penny there, but this is an international coin as well. So I feel that your hard work will pay off, but this could also be with the idea of you having international links. And when you work hard, you will be recognized internationally, but it's going to take time. Obviously, this is a pick a card for the next 24 hours, for the next few days, but for some reason these seems to be longer cards. So yeah, just take it how it resonates for this pick a card reading. So although I said it's not really focused on relationships, but it is, I think it's a commitment, but it's a commitment to yourself that you won't let anything get in the way of your dreams, and you will work hard to get to where you need to be. I'm going to be picking randomly some more information in terms of additional dates or time frames that might be of use to you. So let's have a look. Right, what does pile 3 need to know? Oh god, there's quite a fair bit here. Let's have a look. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. These might be things that are coming up ahead. Things that may have happened in the past. So we're getting something that's occurring now. So you might be working on something now, and you might start to see some changes coming up in the summer and winter. You might start to see some rewards coming in during that time. 2 days seem to be significant, and so do the numbers 24 and 26. I don't know if those are dates of the month. You haven't been given any months here, but you have been given this. So the day Saturday seems to be significant. So the Saturday that's after this reading from when you see this, and morning and afternoon. So I don't know if this means the 26th of a month or something in the morning or afternoon, but like I said, take what resonates. And that's your reading. Thank you. Pile number 4, you chose a Citrine. Let's have a look at your cards. Ah, okay. Interesting. So this is meant to be a pick a card reading for the next 24 hours, but obviously time can vary. So let's have a look at all this. The first thing that I'm getting, so I'm being drawn to this moderation. So is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily. Although the fairies say a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So the first thing I'm being drawn to is the idea of health, healthy eating, of course, but also nature. So I feel like you may have started to look at different ways to be more healthy. It's not just about eating healthily, it could also be about having a healthy mindset. However, changing habits can take time, and I feel this is something where you've tried it once and then you reverted back, you tried it again, you reverted back, and you're just thinking maybe third time's the charm, who knows. But this card here, chop wood, tells me that although it will be difficult at first, however, that said, your hard work will pay off. You may also be drawn to the number 42 or 6. And it's important to keep persevering, because I feel that health may be a factor here. So you've got the number 17 there. This mandala here from the Native Heart Healing Oracle deck. They're talking about eagle medicine. So I feel that once you start eating a bit more healthily, more fruits and vegetables and that type of thing, swapping sugars for more healthier sugars, if that makes sense. So instead of having 3-4 spoons of sugar in your tea or coffee, you may substitute that for honey, for example. That's just off the top of my head there. Also, that goes to number 8 as well, so that might be significant for you. But what I'm being drawn to here is, once you start, although it'll be quite difficult at the beginning, you will have some good days, you will have some bad days, but ultimately that will give you the power that you want, that inner power, that success. That's what I'm picking up for you. For some of you, I'm actually I'm seeing baking a cake, having dessert, cream, teas, that type of thing. I've been shown some scones as well. And also here we got 18 from the Lenormand deck. So this dog here and reduces down to 9. This dog here represents loyalty. So what you might be doing in the next 24 hours, or whichever your time frame is from when you look at this video, I'm being drawn to a number of things actually. I'm seeing friendship as one, so you might be celebrating, you might be baking a cake for a friend actually. They might be coming over to think, oh, it's okay, just have a cake or two, it's fine. Some of you might be going to a park. If you have a pet, you might be doing some dog walking there. I'm also seeing some sports there, but also here, the red colour, which is to do with your root chakra, I'm being drawn to that as well. And I feel that the more you focus on yourself with the healthy eating or healthy mindset, that will give you the strength and stability to push you forward and help with the inner power. So let's see what else is coming up for you. This lovely charm box. Let's see. Apologies for the noise, it does get quite loud. Okay, what does pile 4 need to know? Okay, so look. The last pile got this actually. It's interesting. So you may have looked at pile number 3. I think it was 3, the last pile. Or maybe pile 2. There seems to be a recurring theme where the stories are being told from pile to pile. So you might be outdoors. There's a butterfly there. Butterflies do represent transformation, which could be the case if you're changing some health stuff that's going on with you. You might also be looking at natural herbal medications, that type of thing. So you know what they're called, is it bark flower remedies, that type of thing that's popping up. Okay, let's see what else is coming through. So 2 hearts. So like I was saying before, dog could literally be your best friend, or it could actually be a friend that's coming to visit. And here I'm seeing 2 hearts. So it could be the idea that you're going to be spending time with a friend, and they may also be helping support you in this transformation that you're going through. I'm also being shown, so this is a tiger's eye crystal. So whilst you're going through this transformation, you may be seeking some spiritual guidance, not necessarily this channel, but just in general. You see this here, that's actually got a mini Buddha in there. So you might be looking at mantras, or you might be looking at chanting, listening to mantras actually online, or positive affirmations even, to help you with these changes that you're going through. So it might also be that you're working with a friend and both of you are working through it together. And this here is a phoenix, I think, rising from the ashes. So I feel like you're going to be rising through this difficult period, and once you have got there, you're going to be feeling a lot more enlightened. Interesting. And I'll quickly get a time frame for you, an additional time frame, because although this is 24 hours, this might be the start of your journey. So let's see what's coming through for you. Pile 4. What's coming through? What else do you need to know? Okay. Right. Interesting. So you've got the number 18, which has come up again. So if that's linked with that card, 18, so your friend might be key to this, or your friend might be coming around for breakfast or for dinner. I've seen the day Saturday, also November, or even November 18th. That might be a significant date for you. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the reading, and thank you so much for watching.